Hello, my name is John Godebert. I am here at EGX 2014 and I am stood with
Kevin.
And we are going to talk about Schrödinger's cat and the Raiders of the Lost Quark, which I love as a title. It's great. Can you tell us a bit about the game?
Yes, if you like, you can just wind me up and I'm going to keep going for a little while. You better have lots of tape available. There you go. Thank you. All right, Schrödinger's cat. I don't know if any of you have been online and looked up Schrödinger's cat, but I got to say, all of the visuals for Schrödinger's cat are completely uninspired. If you look up anything on YouTube, anything on Wikipedia, it is always a badly photoshopped thing, or a couple of like a tabby inside a cardboard box with a bit of meme text on top of it. Now, what I wanted to do is create, first of all, a cat that physicists could rally behind, and secondly, a cat that non-physicists might actually make physics interesting. I don't know if that sentence makes grammatical sense, but you know what I mean. I wanted something that would draw people who don't get physics, people who put physics into the category of brain surgery and rocket science. I wanted those people to look at this and say, that actually might be worth pursuing, you know?
Right.
Not necessarily as a career, as a educational choice,
look at.
but something that is actually attainable instead of this ivory tower Watson. Right, so what you've got is Schrödinger's cat. He's the quantum superhero, let's call him. In the course of this game, he has been shrunk to the size of an atom. He's running around on the surface of an atom inside the particle zoo, which is everybody's favorite subatomic holiday destination. And all of the animals inside the zoo are running amok. Right. So the gluons are out, the bosons are everywhere, the leptons are eating everything. And who's the only person who can save us? Schrödinger's cat.
Obviously.
Now, inside the game, you've got this a storyline that carries all the way through. That's it's like, how did these animals get out? Who's behind it? You know, there's a sinister story that, I'll be honest, only really clever people, probably with degrees, will be able to fully understand. But that's okay. You'll still.
We'll get in touch with them and find out what it means.
Yeah, find out. You know, there you go. But as well, there's your best friends throughout the game are the quarks. Now, the quarks. Commonly throughout the zoo, all over the place, you'll find ups, downs, tops, and bottoms.
Right.
Now the charms are there as well. They're very rare. The strange, they keep her locked away. There's a reason for that. Now, the ups and downs, tops, and bottoms, each of them have a different ability. Ups like to lift, downs like to break or drill, the tops like to protect, and the bottoms like to build. So, when you take 3 up quarks and you mash them together, you'll make yourself an up combo, which is a copter. It'll lift you up and over an obstacle. If you're stuck and need to get down through something, 3 downs will make a drill. But if you combine your ups and your downs together, you'll make a flying drill. You'll make a missile.
Okay.
Right? Then you add the tops into that. 3 tops will make a bubble, a protective bubble. But then if you combine tops with destruction, so your tops and your downs together, you'll make a protective dome for yourself with spikes on it that will kill any enemy that will try to attack you while you're inside. So, and then you got the bottoms, which also make platforms. So you can make moving platforms, you can make protective platforms, which is a trampoline, you can make destructive platforms, which is a trap, and all those things combined together make for a whole bunch of, like a Lemmings-like experience where we give you the bag, we show you where the exit is, and you're on your own. Yeah, that's the way it goes. So, throughout the game, yes, I'm still going. This is still going on the introduction. Now, so as you traverse through the game, you'll find there are collection levels, and those are like, there are 20 leptons in this area. Find them all, knock them out, and send them home. There'll also be puzzle areas in which we give you exactly the quarks you need to survive, and exactly certain things that we've placed in your way. And so those are more like your Flockers type levels, right? And then you've also got speed rounds. And they're kind of like your final boss levels, where you better have learned your crazy finger combo tricks because you're on a dead run and there's a wall in front of you, make a missile. There's some goo in front of you, make a bubble. There's a thing, make a parachute. So all that stuff, it's like, how fast can you combo? So yeah, lots of different options, lots of fun. And if you love your physics, you'll get it on that much higher of a level.
And so do you come from a physics background yourself?
I like to think, computers, when I was in school, university major was computer science, minor was physics, but it was more out of an interest of the whole thing. I love reading the books, I love my Stephen Hawking and Michio Kaku's and you know, the future of what physics has in store for us and speculative stuff like that. So I guess what I really wanted to do here was make something that was as visually interesting as it is cerebrally interesting, in an effort to get the folks who can't see beyond the word quantum physics. They can go, I can get behind that. Right?
And so what platforms is the game coming to?
Currently, the game was released 2 days ago on Steam, getting favorable reviews. I'm quite happy about that. In the new year, Team 17 are currently working towards consoles.
Right.
So I'm saying consoles in a general sense because A, I don't know which deals are have been solidified yet, and B, I've been so head down into the Steam build that I don't know what's been going on in the outside world. But
keep your eyes peeled.
But console is the key word, yes. Okay.
And so, how much is it going to cost for people to get their hands on the new look at physics?
Right, well, first, at Steam, you can get it for, currently this week, you can get it for $7.99. It's a 20% off. Usual price, $9.99. It's got a decent amount of gameplay in there. It's like 30 different randomly, some of them randomly generated levels. Some of them are set paths based on puzzles, but definitely plenty to keep you entertained. And like I said, yeah, a lot of people have given me a good thumbs up, so it makes me happy.
And so what are you actually showing off here at the show this weekend?
This is the full build.
Right.
So anybody who wants to come along and play it, usually what happens, what's really interesting is, like, you know, as opposed to a lot of games where they've opted for simplicity, you know, there's so many games out here nowadays that take 10 seconds to play. And honestly, they're fantastic. But what I missed from my youth are the games that take a dedicated amount of time to learn a little bit more complexity, and through that, you're guaranteed a lot more fun because it's more than just press select, you know, push up, push down, push up, push down. So this game, you learn your combos. You get, I mean, I'm not sure how many of them come up. She's only, in that first part of the tutorial, she's only released 4 out of the 14 combos that are available.
Right.
But there's a lot of game in there and a lot of uses for it. And we try to take you through all those different ways. Sometimes there are twists and turns. And, and I should also mention, the voice work is second to none. I got AJ Locascio, who was the voice of Marty McFly in the Back to the Future Telltale games. He came along, and I got him. I said, you know, what I'm going to need is Schrödinger's cat, somewhere in the realm of Marty McFly meets Guybrush Threepwood. That's what I wanted.
An interesting combination.
He gave me that exactly, and then he went on to say, you know, I can do more than Marty McFly, and I'd really like to. And he has done phenomenal. He's given me a Rick Moranis and a Mike Wazowski and a Kiefer Sutherland and a Jeff Goldblum for a bit, and then there's a Englert Boson shows up in the game as a Mexican fellow, and it's like all of it so brilliantly delivered. I mean, the hardest part about editing the voice files was choosing which take, because they were all good. And so, you know, I got to give him big ups for everything that he's contributed to this, and hopefully more Schrödinger's cat games on the way.
Keep your eyes peeled for announcements.
Before I leave you, I'd like to give you one of these. This is only at the show at the moment, but I don't know if you can see that. That's a Schrödinger's cat is dead, Schrödinger's cat is alive coin. We're giving those out at the show here today for anyone who wants to come up and give it a try, get themselves a little tutorial degree in physics. Send them on a nice path for a Nobel Prize.
Great, thank you.
Okay.
It was just really enjoyable. I mean, it's smart, it's funny, and it's really pretty as well, and it played nicely. So, best of luck with it, really.
Thanks very